everybody, how's it going? Apologies for the delay in starting. Traffic was horrendous today. Unbelievable. I couldn't believe how long it took for me to get here. But look, we managed to make it in one piece for our usual Thursday night 5:30 live stream, and we will be joined, of course, as has become our regular fashion now. We're gonna have our iteration of the fan of the car cam with Big J's. I'm not sure if he's ready to go. Let's have a see. He's ready to go. How's it going?
Oh, mate, I'm good. Just kind of in the car, stuck in traffic, trying to get to this stream so we can talk to all the fans and complain about the lack of rookies this week. Mate, it sucks, but it doesn't suck as bad as stuck in traffic for an extra 5 or 10 minutes.
Look, it is what it is. Probably the only YouTube channel, honestly, the only Supercoach channel that has car cams going. So, look, at least we're hitting some niche in the market. At least we're going with this. So, it's been it's been really busy to the point where I haven't even got this bloody ticker thing going down on the bottom here. Around 12 Teamsheets live stream.
Yeah.
Save.
Sometimes life just gets in the way, everybody. Obviously, you guys know this yourself, and yeah, we do what we can with what we got, and we do pretty well. So can't complain about that.
West Coast Eagles Raw, good afternoon. B and L. B and L? Big and little, probably. I love it. Thoughts on Zeeble to Neal and Baker to Steele?
Yeah, I don't mind it. You mean Zeeble to Neal? Yeah. No, really good trades. Kind of gets you out of that round 15 hump as well. Zeeble could be a hold, and I think I might be inclined to do that at some point, or at least over this week, really just depending on what happens with the trades. But yeah, getting less players for round 15, it's fantastic. And you're bringing in 2 players who have already had their bye. So you've got them for an extra 3 weeks coming up.
Yeah, 100%. From what the birdies are telling us on the grapevine, apparently Jack Steele is really keen as a bean to play today, right?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So hopefully St Kilda can bounce back from their last couple of defeats and put on a good show. Sydney's not at full strength with Luke Parker out with suspension and a couple of other players. So there's potential. Like they're not playing the best team in the league tonight.
No, they are not. So I sort of expect for all you Steele owners out there that you're going to get a nice, big, solid bounce back score, I reckon, from him.
Big solid 60.
He's not going to give you a 60.
More than a 60. So for my sake, he should score more than a 60, hopefully. So if he doesn't, we're in a bit of bother.
Nah, he's much too good for that, mate. Thanks so much for calling. Mate, we love having you along. Yaron, you're an absolute star. You commented on our Gold Coast video. Massive love. I wasn't sure if anybody would, but Yaron, you're a special one, mate. Really appreciate it. Duke, hello. Thoughts on Jay-Z to Lloyd?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I just don't trust Lloyd as much as a pick. I think a lot of people jumping off Jay-Z, and if you've got the spare picks, go for it. I know a lot of people like myself were hoping he'd be a keeper for the year with the role. And, if he'd scored a lot better last week, I think we wouldn't be having this conversation. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the North captain. But, yeah, if you can jump off him now and not going to cost you too much trades-wise, I think it's pretty safe.
Yeah, I agree. Lloyd just has that peak, that price coming off the buy as well. Like, you got a guy like...
The beautiful thing, sorry, Joe, the beautiful thing about Lloyd, as Joe's saying, the price, because every other person who's a primo's like around the 560 mark at the moment in the defensive line. So you might just be forced into actually taking him if you can afford him, because, Dale's 540, Caleb Daniels getting up to 560, Sicily's in the 600s now. Heck, maybe Sinclair's one who's a bit cheaper, but that's like it. So yeah, there's not many.
Yeah, that's true. And we do have a special guest on with us tonight. We were hoping to get him on Monday. Wouldn't happen due to footy training, but our prayers have been answered. Supercoach God has made an appearance for our Thursday night live stream. Welcome aboard, mate. How's it going?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Thanks for having me. I'm pumped to see the teams. Thanks for
Mm.
inviting me, and yeah, I can't wait. Hopefully, there's a few debutants, a bit of Marich in there as well. Hopefully, but
Yeah. It's interesting because he was the one that, with Jai Cully last year. I think Cully debuted like the first or second week when he was eligible as well, from memory. But looking at this year's crop, Marek was really the only one. Maybe we'll get someone from Sydney. Maybe we'll get one or two other players, but there's not many. Where we went over it a bit in our mid-season review last week, talking about it. But we're really, really strapped for rookies. Is that something you're finding now? Like these downgrade options just aren't here. We're almost relegated to pick someone just because they've got DPP and they're 102K, not because they're actually playing.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I've missed out on Weddle, Humphrey, and Briggs, so I've missed out on the big players.
All I can say is ouch. That's all I can say. Big ouch.
I've been focusing probably more on upgrades rather than getting those strong 200K rookies.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's something I'm finding hard. And I mean, hopefully I can finish a team with a few trades left. But I mean, rookies are making it hard.
Yeah, it's really the theme of this. It's really the theme of this second half of the year, isn't it? Just people getting saved by these 200K players. Like when we started the season, everyone kind of picks the number one guy. It'll probably be Harley Reid next year. It's been Ashcroft and no, George Wardlaw, but it's been Ashcroft and Horn Francis and a couple of other players every year. But I think this year is the first year where I remember that people are really happy to pick up 200K players this late into the season. Like, it just never happens. A lot of people like myself even jumped on Bailey Humphrey at 280K. Whereas, when has that ever happened in Supercoach? It's always, buy rounds come round, we're going to pick the cheapies, round 10, let's grab the cheapies. Not anymore. Maybe it's a case because we don't have the rookies, but as you say, it's something like if you've missed out, it really hurts.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, there are mid-season draft players that are around the there are going to be on the bubble in a couple of weeks' time. Obviously, you got to hope someone like a Mullen, for example, can still hold his spot. So he's someone who's going to be on the bubble. There was McAndrew this week, but he's a goner. Someone like
I think it was a goner. I think McAndrew was a goner after his performance last week, to be fair. Not last week, but the week before the bye. Like, he was their main ruck and scored horribly. So no way he was going to play against the Marshall coming off a bye. Like, they were going to be in trouble.
Fair enough. There's someone like a Winhager, I think, isn't getting enough, props, I suppose. I really like Winhager. I think Winhager is someone who he's been named. He's going to be playing on the ball. It's not his first preseason. I think he's really highly rated inside the four walls of the St Kilda Football Club, and he's really talented. He had a great season last year. So I like Winhager as that mid forward as well, playing on the ball. So for that price coming off the bye, personally, if you're looking for a cheap M8, just cover M9 F7, I wouldn't go Fife. I would not go Fife. I would not go Keys. I would go Winhager. Personally speaking, I think Winhager.
How much is he, Joe?
Winhager, he's like 180K. Winhager.
Okay.
188K. So for me, I personally love Winhager. I don't think he's getting enough props. Guys like Ben Keys is someone who's going to have a role. He's going to be given an assignment. He's going to be playing occasionally at half
Come
forward
on.
when he's tagging a half back. He's going to be sent to someone. So just because
I know,
he's
this
getting,
fucking moron don't know how to drive.
and here we have the Big J Road Rage stream. Let's go. Give us more,
mate.
Big J. Tell us how you really feel, mate.
These people, they're just like, oh, no, not happening. Not happening.
You
Not
are
happy.
very funny. Alrighty, let's just read through some comments, mate. The Duke is asking if we've seen the Squadfather's latest tweet. Harry Himmelberg looks very interesting. What do you think about this, God?
Well, yeah, go for it.
I haven't. I'll have a look at his tweet. Wait.
Harry Himmelberg is going to be playing in the back line.
Right.
Yeah,
I assume that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's his price at?
Oh, Himmelberg's price is currently
probably the same as what around the same as what it was this time last year when he went big.
370.
Yeah.
So he was playing a bit of backline, like maybe 5 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he was, I'll just get it up. He was scoring around. He got like an 89, 100, and an 88, and then he went back to the forward line.
Yeah.
So, depends. Is he going to play key back? Is he going to play that rolling off, rebounding halfback? I think it's probably more likely to be key back from what their backlines.
Yeah, from the ins and outs at the moment.
Yeah, Sam Taylor's the big one. He's been out for a while now. It's probably going to be key back. So I think you need to see a sample size first game.
Yep.
And then looking at it, if he scores well first game, you're probably just going to have to get him in because he scored an 103 last week. So
I think he'll have a good game against.
Was that backline or forward line?
I think he'll have a good game against North.
He was backline last week against the Tigers, and we were looking at his heat maps, and it's just like, oh mate, it's coming, a Himmelberg backline, it's coming, boys.
Yeah, I was just about to search up his heat map as well.
Last year, all over again. Look, I would be all over him, honestly, if it wasn't for him having the round 15 bye. This round 15 bye is the bane of our existence. Like, for F's sake, FFS, seriously, like, why is everyone who is decent value and a good player in that round 15 bye? Like, get out of here, guys. Like, come on. This is so annoying. He's going to go up.
Oh, is the stream still on? Or am I out?
Yeah, we're still on.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. It's the tough thing at the moment because, yes, Godfather said, hey, Himmelberg's playing backline at the moment, but if you actually look at what Jesse McCartney, if you have a look at what McCartney said, it seems like he might only be there up until the buys and they're going to reassess. Himmelberg is very, very good in the forward line and they have no one else. So I would be a little bit wary of actually picking him up. With most people's backlines finished, I think someone, let's say like a George in the situation he's in, where maybe you're relegated to picking up a Keys and a Himmelberg because you just can't afford to finish your team, it might be a better situation for you. But I don't know, you don't want to be in the real meaty part of the season, the second half, when, you're desperate for a good score and he is scoring those crappy scores, which can definitely happen. I just don't want to say, hey, pick up this player. It could work. Could be the same as last year. Could be Zach Merritt after the buys again. That just does really well. But it's a very... If I had, like, let's say if I was in a position where I had 12 plus trades now, I had like 17 playing in the buy round already, okay, I'd pick him up, no worries. But, yeah, he could be someone that makes you a lot of quick cash with a good average over the last couple of rounds, or it could really hurt you later on.
Yeah, I'd say you need at least 17.
It's very risky.
You need
it's very, very risky. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Now we have supermarket.
On your hippo. How's it going, mate?
Oh,
Dude, Keys or Harry Himmelberg. You got to pick one. You got to
I'm
pick
not.
one.
I'm not sold on Keys. I don't know what this pick is all
I prefer
about.
Harry. Yeah,
I
definitely Himmelberg.
I don't understand. Get your head out of the gutter. Seriously, Himmelberg will be better.
Oh, for sure. I agree.
You
Are
got
we
it. You
trading
got to
Zabel?
pick Himmelberg. I think you got to pick
Are we
Himmelberg,
trading
just like the
Zabel
scoring
and to
capacity.
who are we trading Zabel to? Are we trading him? Are we holding him? What's happening with Zabel?
Trading.
Trade to someone who doesn't have round 15 buy. Pick and choose whoever you want. But you're going to be paying up because no one under his price is worth it.
Yeah.
Himmelberg, though, is worth it. Harry Himmelberg's worth it, isn't he?
Right, and you can net like 120K off it as well. It's a bit juicy,
Yeah.
Jess.
Yeah.
It's
So
juicy, man.
my thought on this is I've got 90K in the bank. That I
Yep.
was always going to trade Zeeble.
Yep.
And I thought, you know what, I may as well get a player that's already had their buy and he's going to play the rest of the year. So I've picked up Neil.
Nice. Yes. Lockie Neal is huge.
Oh,
Him and Brayshaw were the two, I think, major Andy Brayshaw, that is. Not Angus. Andrew Brayshaw. I think those two are the two major ins. If you're able to get both of these guys in this week, I think that would be huge for your overall season down the track.
100%.
Hippo, I'd be surprised with anything over 60 for that bum. Who? He's talking about Keys? Probably. Who knows? Big call. Double Dummy, evening. Mate, evening to you, Double Dummy. Thanks for coming on. Sammy Boy plays. Trading Radagalia, Zeeble, and Atkins to Madden, Lloyd, and Stewart because I got coverage for him. Interesting. Trading in Stewart when he's on the bye this week. Yeah,
I mean,
Lloyd,
I don't actually mind that. It's not even.
I mean, you've got enough players. You've got enough. If you've got enough players,
if he's going to be your only primo, that's has the buy. I don't mind it at all. Just secure it if you've got the money in the bank, may as well.
Yeah, cool. Double. Thoughts on Rampy as a cheap pick? Could go 90-ish. Is that even for a D6? Is that enough for a D6 or a D7? I mean, I'm not sure it is.
If you're really struggling, I mean, I was struggling, and I went last week. I went to Pendles, so I've got Pendles in my side now. Hopefully,
at least you didn't go to Goey. At least you didn't go to Goey.
Yeah. Hopefully, you can average around the 100 mark.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I have enough to finish my team with like 3 or 4 trades left. So that was my thought process. It's also a culture pick for me. My favorite player of all time, so I love the bloke. But yeah,
100%. The dude's an absolute superstar. He's timeless. I think Rampy, he's a bit hit and miss. Double Dummy. There's quite a few people in that back line for the Swans that can eat into points. You've got obviously Lloyd, the
Blakey.
Progenitor of the Seagull, the OG Seagull. You've got Blakey. So they've got a lizard, they've got a bird, a seagull, they've got Rampy, who climbs up goalposts. So you've got a lot of people in there. So
I don't know if there's enough points to go around.
Yeah, exactly. They've given Lizard a 7-year contract extension. Like, that is massive.
I haven't seen that. Damn.
Yeah. He's currently got the longest running contract in the AFL now, the Lizard Blakey. So I don't think they're going to sign him up on such a big deal for such a long period of time to have him simply just be a role player. So look, I don't know about Rampy, to be honest. You're going to get some hot ones, but you're also going to get some cold ones when the other teammates pop off. That's the problem with a stacked backline.
Can you go to the Duke's second most recent comment?
Second most recent,
where he mentions me. Yeah. So I just want to say my reasoning for this is, 1, it's a culture pick, and 2, I've already got a full forward line. My forward line is full. I don't want another premium in the forward line, and I feel like my forward line's extremely good enough that I don't need a decam in my side.
Fair enough. There you go. you've got your retort, your comeback, Duke. Michael, how's it going, Mike? Evening, lads. I believe this weekend trades could be the most important of this season. I agree. We're at a crossroads here. Zeebs, Shees, Keys, Fife, Himmelberg. I think the ones who get the trades right this week will be in pole position. I agree. You could be one of those people that holds on to Zeeble, holds on to Sheasel, and they could either drop more in money to the point where you're not going to get much value out of him, or you jump off him, and all of a sudden Aaron Hall goes down with injury, and they're both flying again. Like there's you can't. It's all crystal ball stuff at the moment. 100%, Michael.
It's the lottery, and I know people that are getting rid of Sheasel over Zeeble, and I think that's absolutely nuts. But some people are doing it.
Yeah, I agree. If you're going to get rid of one of them, we're in agreement. We definitely think Zeeble's the one to go. The much higher break even, certainly old age, 32 years old. And Sheasel's capable of a spike game, even if he's not playing in the back line. He's capable of accumulating ball in the middle of the ground and pushing forward and kicking some goals. You know, we saw when he scored that 110 game, it wasn't a lot behind the ball. He kicked 2 goals, could have been 3 in that last quarter. So there's definitely more scope for him.
He nearly kicked a late goal in the last game and would have gone into like a 90 odd, and we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Duke's asking Lloyd or Ryan? Luke Ryan from Fremantle. Lloyd. Yeah, I agree.
The game plan's changed, and you can see over the past 3 weeks when they've actually been winning, he's averaged about 90, I think. He's averaged 3-round average of 86.7. So, and they've been pretty consistent scores.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go near Ryan.
Yep, I agree.
It's starting pick if you got him, mate.
Hey, Jen, how's it going? Swizz in the comment. Love you, Swizz, mate. Great games. It was so good to meet up with you on the weekend. Big J, he's gone. He's not even in the dark anymore. He's just completely disconnected. He read your comment and he's gone off to cry. Cop that, North Melbourne, you suck. Sammy Boy plays. The man, the myth, the legend, Supercoach God. Yes, he is here. He's no myth.
G'day,
he's
mate.
Definitely legendary. He's
don't call
here.
me a myth, mate. Come on. I only show my face in live streams anyway. I can't be bothered doing the whole OBS thing with a camera for my videos. I just record and get it out.
Fair enough. But you're denying your fans, man. You're denying your fans a beautiful sight. Causa, Ryan Marriott, yes, 100%, man. It's really exciting. I might even go early on him this week. I'm still messing around with my team on the side. Yaron, I've gone the donkey to Lloyd. The donkey. I love it. Marriage confirmed. Yes, sir. They posted a video of him being told, yep, Causa, the sub has killed lots of players, which means if they score well the few weeks after they were over 200. Yeah, the sub, that was the problem with the sub rule. And we talked about it early in the year, that it's really important that you pay up for the good rookies, because you'd assume that they're the ones who are going to get the game time and won't be subbed out, and it will be the cheapy ones. But you end up in a situation like the 123K, what was his name again? From Dylan Williams from Port Adelaide. Gee, that sub rule killed us. Didn't kill the player, it killed us, Causa. We missed out on precious cash gen. Double W Mullen's on. Yeah, I know that's the problem with Mullen. They got players coming back. So yeah, he could be a dead one. So anyone who went early on him,
even if he's named next week, I don't think I'll pick him. I need to be smart with my trades now to finish my team.
100%. Swizz, anyone else jumping on Keys? Oh, does that imply you're jumping on him, Swizz? Are you jumping on Keys? Oh.
He did say, I think Keys needs to be viewed at a long-term M9 or F7. So, yes, he could be an M8 or F7 for now. M8, F6 for now, but it's not going to last. And you're just going to end up... it's going to be all right if you got 0 trades left and someone gets injured. But realistically, you could have just traded it otherwise.
Yep. Duke Winhager 120. Lock it in. Swizz loves it. He loves Winhager. Things will be good. Very nice. Big J Mac has been on a live show as well. Are you trying to talk to us, Big J?
Yeah, I said, let me back in. I'm escaped from prison.
This guy was walking through the
How's it
shop.
going?
Everyone's gonna think you're some lunatic talking into your phone.
Why not?
Duke, considering Chincotta and Jay-Z to Winhanger and Neil. Yeah, I like it, Duke. Chincotta, his role didn't look great again in that game against Melbourne last week. They're in all sorts. I can imagine.
He plays for Carlton. Nothing looks great, to be honest.
True. Plays for Carlton. There's a lot of footage being played during the week of how much they're burning the run of Adam Sard. So I wouldn't be surprised if in this game against Essendon, they're going to do as much as they can.
They burn more. They burn him again.
They're not going to burn him again. He's playing against
Mate,
his
they've
old
gone
side.
to the barbecue and they've asked for extra crispy. That's what's happened.
Look, I hope that happens. From an Essendon perspective, I hope they burn him to a crisp, but they probably won't. So Chincotta is going to struggle, I reckon, to be making us a lot of money. So, yeah, I don't mind trading out Chincotta. Causa looking like Sicily will be a key back this week. Apparently, yeah, Frost is out. And they said that it's going to be a straight swap.
For Sicily. That's all right.
Yeah.
Look, and this is what people knew coming into buying Sicily. I mean, a lot of people got him at that cheaper price, but you knew he was always going to be the guy that had the potential to, hey, some weeks we actually need you to defend and not just jump in front of the ball. So Frost what it is.
Frost was playing forward line last week.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So,
well, they just need people, right? They just need bodies.
I think it might be a 10-point difference from his scoring if he plays key compared to the extra 1 or 2 intercept marks. I don't think it will be that bad. It will still average over 100%.
I've changed my mind on Himmelberg. Get Himmelberg if you can. North Melbourne's going to bomb it forward like every chance they get. They're going to bomb it into pack every chance they get. Happened against Essendon. Ridley went big. Happened against Collingwood. Darcy Moore went big. Himmelberg's going 180 this week. Take it to the bank.
Are you getting
I love it.
We just can't stop ourselves, to be honest. Like, it's just what happens.
Are you getting him, Big J?
Nah, I can't do it. If he didn't have round 15 bye, automatically in my team. Done. I don't care. I'll change my trade plans to get him in. But round 15 bye murders me already. Like, I can't put more round 15 bye guys in there. I just can't.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to mess around and play with my team to try and like get Himmelberg, Brayshaw, and Neil all in my team, but yeah, it's just not happening. I'm like $6,000 short, which breaks my heart. But it is what it is. Causa only Darcy Cameron is the only guy below his price to get.
Mm-hmm. You're thinking about Jack Siebel. Jack Siebel.
Yes, true. Correct. Very true. Is Pendles a good pick after his bye? Asks Jennifer. Jennifer's just trying to build a full Collingwood team at this rate.
Yeah. Yep. And I respect it. Because we're going to have about 10 people in the All-Australian, and that's what I like.
Yeah.
Is he a good pick after his bye? I don't know. I'm kind of regretting picking him, to be honest. So, yeah. I mean, if you're really struggling and he's might look like the best option under 500K, then yes, you can go him 100%. And it's also
that's really okay.
Yeah. So and then
just talk. God, just keep talking. Jeremy is in a very Big J is in a very interrupting mood today. Just keep going, mate. Talk over him.
No, but yeah, if he's under 500K, 100%, and you're obviously a Pies supporter, he's a culture pick for you. So if you think you can average around the 100 mark, I mean, under 500K, there's no reason you can't go him, really.
Yeah.
He's always going to play. He's never going to be subbed out. He'll never be the sub. He's got
He has
good
been subbed
history.
out. He got subbed out
Really?
earlier. Yeah, he got
Wasn't it
subbed
because of
out.
injury though?
No, well, they were playing GWS and they were winning by 60 points, so he got subbed out.
Oh, all right. Don't go him. Don't go him. He can be subbed out. Big sub risk to him.
Nah, I don't think it'll happen again.
Only when you guys are pummeling
We
someone.
have a tougher fixture second half, so
Fair enough. How's it going? I'm reading Stuart early and Sicily.
What I was going to say about Pendles, right? What I was going to say about Pendles is you're getting him at 500K or just a bit under, but you're going to be getting 500K scores. So he's going to be that guy for you that's going to end up being M8 that will have a game or two where he gets over 100, but most of his scores will be around that 95 to 100 mark on a good day. If you're happy with taking that in your team, that's what you're going to be getting. I see him being a tiny bit better than a Ben Keys, like scoring-wise, or a lot better than Ben Keys if the Ben Keys peak fails. But we're not expecting, like, decent M8 premium scores. For reference, I'm probably going to get, like, a Lockie Neal or a Brayshaw or even just run Jack Steele as M8 this year. And I think he's a string above what Pendles can put out, scoring-wise, if both are fit. So... yeah, that's all what you're kind of just paying for at that price. So if you're happy with taking that, no worries. I know a lot of people are really stuck for cash, so maybe that just has to be the option.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in a position where I'm going to have Day, Sheasel, and Pendles at those three last spots in my team.
Yeah, and it's rough.
Make sure the other ones are strong.
It's what we don't want.
Yeah, well, I think Day will come good. To be honest, I think he's going to come back. He's just had a few. There's a few excuses for him, which I know we shouldn't be making excuses, but yeah.
Hiswa is bringing in Stuart early and Sicily for Jay-Z and Sheasel while he's got the cash. So he's trading out the two North boys, and he's getting Stuart and Sicily. That is trading out of the round 15 buy.
I don't mind it. You're just not getting Stuart's points for this week. That's the only thing. Obviously, you know that, so I don't mind the trade, to be honest. Most people, it's similar. It's the same theory as why I'm okay with holding Sean Darcy. I haven't. I've traded him out. It'll be in the team review hopefully today, but we'll see how it happens. But yeah, it's one of the reasons why I'm okay with holding Sean Darcy. This week is the best week in Supercoach because it's best 18. Most people will have 20 plus playing. It's okay to do a, hey, let's grab Stewart. It's okay to do a, hey, let's grab Mullen. Hopefully he plays after this week. Because it's best 18 scores anyway. Most people will have 18 primos. So you're not really missing out much on bringing Stewart in. So I don't mind it, to be honest.
100%. And he's a gun, top 6, guaranteed defender.
You're trading out two guys who are probably like D10 at this point for two guys that are, D4 at a maximum. So, yeah, 100%. It's pretty good.
Duke, 6 trades out of the buys, and Zeeble 5 trades out of the buys, and Lloyd or 4 trades out of the buys, and Neil.
I do the Neil. To be honest, it really depends on who your bench cover is. If you've got a Humphrey, if you've got someone who's capable of scoring decent on the bench, I think you can go down to a 4 or even a 3 trades, just depending on what your team's like. I personally am going to go down to 3 or 2 trades, and I've got Humphrey and Weddle on the bench. So that's basically almost, if a premium is out, you can cover them. If a premium scores poorly in a week, Humphrey's score or Weddle's score is going to be comparable. So you're not missing much. But if you've got dead rookies on the bench, if you've got guys who aren't even going to play like a few teams, I mean, I've seen teams that are trading out Johnson for a non-playing player and they've got 1 green dot on their bench. And I'm like, mate, you're going to struggle later on when players inevitably get rested or have an injury and you just can't cover. It's really going to suck for a lot of teams. So I don't mind spending the extra trades as long as you've got the cover on the bench to warrant it is the big thing.
Yeah,
always try and have a premium. Always try and have a premium on the bench or someone who could put out premium scores.
I'm assuming that 4 trades out means he's got 4 trades with full primo.
Left. Yeah, full trades left. Yeah, 4 trades left, I assume.
Yeah, 100%. Well, Neil's going to get 30 more points than Zeeble, I reckon.
Yeah,
And
probably.
Probably he might even get 15 on Lloyd. So yeah, I reckon it's worth it.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
You could be really cheeky. You could be really cheeky now if you've got a pretty decent team. Grab a Himmelberg now. Does Himmelberg have DPP? So I'm just in the car.
Yeah.
So does he have DPP? Yeah. So grab Himmelberg now. Get yourself a forward defensive DPP player who probably isn't going to play, and then just ride the wave for the whole season. And you've got a perfect player to cover positions. If you had enough trades, you could go 2 bench guys, run Sheasel on the bench, and then run Himmelberg on the other bench, and just swap and change whenever you needed them with another rookie. And you'd be laughing, mate. You'd be so happy. I've seen teams still have 15 trades and a boost left, and I'm like, you guys are going to enjoy the second half of the season. Tell you what.
Oh, yeah, they will. 100%. Sean Baker, yes, I'm jumping on Keys, even though they burnt me last season. There you go. So, Swizz reckons that Keys needs to be viewed as a long-term M9 F7.
Yeah, 100%.
I reckon you can get that out of Windhager, personally.
Well, I'm going to get out of Humphrey, so I'm happy.
Well, yeah, or Humphrey.
How many games has Windhager played? He's not on the bubble or anything. He's played more than 2.
Yeah. He's actually gone down in price by 78,000.
Yeah,
right.
I don't like the Windhager pick as much. I think in Supercoach is okay. In Supercoach is okay as the Windhager pick, but I don't like it as much because it just feels like a bit of a stopgap for St Kilda. I mean, we can ask around and see what it's like, but it really just feels like hey, other people are injured, so we're bringing him in. But the second he has a shoddy game and someone else is fit, see you later, and you're offloaded with another dead rookie on the bench. So it's a bit of a rough one.
Yeah.
We don't want dead rookies. Dead rookies is not what we want at the moment.
Fair.
Especially in this season at the moment where you can do a half decent tackle and get a week off. It's rough, man.
True. Hey, Crazy Frog, thanks for coming on. Much appreciated. Shinkotter and Zeeble to Keys and Himmelberg, then one on the bench each week and one on field.
Yep. I'd be happy to do that. 100%. No worries.
Swizz is trading out both Jay-Z and Shazel. They're both gone for him.
If I had the spare trades, and I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to swing it around. If I had the spare trades, I'd be doing that too. There's always the factor that they'll go back to being fantastic, but both have the worst buy, both are losing cash, and both are underperforming at the moment. So there's 3 reasons why you should consider at least getting rid of one of them, but potentially both. If you can afford it, of course. If you can afford it.
Crazy Frog, Marshall, FVC. That Marshall is my VC this week. I'm doing Marshall into Andy Brayshaw.
Marshall, really?
Yeah, Marshall against the Swans.
Into Sprayshaw.
Into Sprayshaw, yeah. Against Richmond at home, yeah.
Yeah.
He went 190 on them last time they played at home.
Oh, really? I've not even seen that.
Okay. See what happens.
Here's my pod captain during the buys. Will be very interesting. Trick, with all of our teams going bad, we can always laugh at Carlton. Now, this is not the right week to be reading that because we're playing them this week. You watch; they're going to come flying out of the blocks and beat us.
Well, that's what I thought when they were going to play us, and that didn't happen. I reckon Essendon will be all right.
No, you guys are better than we are, so it's hard to play good against Collingwood. Anthony, how's it going? But good as always, mate. It's your eyes. I need a haircut ASAP. Supercoach putting me on tilt with his Xavier jumper and talking about getting Pendles in. Yes.
No, I already got Pendles in, mate. Don't even.
Yeah. He's already got him in, so he's wearing the Xavier College jumper afterwards. Dan, how's it going for your tragic? Boys, thoughts on Windhager? Mate, I like him personally. I'm exactly along your line of reasoning. I like him as an
Big J's
M9
not
F7.
keen.
Big J's not keen. I don't want to spend 360 grand on a Ben Keys who could be playing half forward, tagging a half backer. I'd much prefer Windhager for that price personally.
I've watched the bloke play once or twice. I just have no opinion on the matter. No opinion.
Fair enough.
I'm not
How
happy.
good is Thursday night? Thursday night footy is excellent, Crazy Frogs. I'd love the more footy I can get my hands on, the better. Honestly, the only thing is I wish it wasn't in Victoria. Let it be an interstate game so that the traffic doesn't kill us. We can watch the football in peace without having the traffic on the way home be crazy. Let it be some interstate team.
It's at the SCG, isn't it?
Yeah, so as long as Thursday night football is an interstate game, I'm happy for it to be every single week. I'm not a big fan of Thursday night football here in Victoria. It ruins my.
Playing?
No. Thursday night football is the worst, bro. I have to go to work the next day. Are you kidding me? I don't want to. I can't. It's tough.
No beers after.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
No going to the Royal. Go.
The Royal. Jacob Bauer on the flight to Perth could be an option. Ooh, really? I like these news. I love finding out news live. You know what I mean? 123K Richmond rookie. Has he been announced though as like some sort of? I don't know. I don't like to go super early on players. Marich might be the only exception though because he's really good. He was clear number one in the mid-season draft. He's going to get game time. He's guaranteed to play. They need him to play. They don't really have much depth in the forward line. I like Marich as a pick. Harris, I'm not going to game after this bye or this week with McStay, Lipinski. Yeah, exactly. So I wouldn't go Harrison either. So, yeah, the rookies are really drying up for us, but I do like Marich.
The real HH.
No, come on. Harry Himmelberg, come on. Let's respect him. Respect Himmelberg, what he gave us last year. Come on, mate.
Oh, mate, I didn't pick him. That's why I don't respect him.
Oh, fair enough. This is your year this year, perhaps, to redeem yourself. Big J out for a jog, mate. Maybe. He's sick and tired of talking to me. He's gone for a jog. Harvey, big, good. Yeah, nah. Overrated. Nah, I'm just joking. Yeah, I reckon you guys are a massive chance. Yeah, massive chance against GWS. The only thing I'm worried about for you is that you guys are so excited about your future with these kids, and you've seen something last week that you end up getting ahead of yourselves. You got to stay grounded because GWS are no easy beats. I'll just say that. They're tough to beat, GWS. So I wouldn't rest on your laurels.
They're not going to have any mentors left either after Zeeble, Hall, Goldstein all retire at the end of the year.
True. I don't know if they will. Goldie's still doing really well. Goldie's not been disgraceful at all.
Yeah, they want to use that that other ruckman. I remember at the start of the season. They were really hot on him, and then he got injured. The first game, was good. The first 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was a great pickup in the Supercoach last year as well. Sicily as fullback isn't horrible. He'll get kickouts. He'll still have intercepts. Yeah, 100% double dummy. 100%. Himmelberg went huge last year. Himmelberg after his bye, if he goes bang, yeah. And they're going for tracker this week instead of post buy. Forgot he has 102 break even. Look, it's not bad. 102 break even. He should beat it, especially with the news that Oliver had to go to hospital and was on IV, had an IV drip, because of that infection. So who knows? And Degoe out. Yeah, massive Degoe out. So who knows if Clary even gets up for the game, you can always back in Petrarca to go big. Stephen, how's it going, Steve? Do you all think you'll have full premium come the end of the buys?
Maybe a week after. I don't know.
I think I will. But it's fake premiums. I'll have fake primos in my team. I'll have Day. I'll have a Shazel. You know what I mean? Maybe even a Max Gorn. Like I'll have players that are not top of their lines. So it will be a finished team, but it won't be optimal or ideal.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat.
Yeah. Duke, if I'm going for number one Well done, Duke. You are in a great position. You should be going for number 1. Do you think I have to trade Zeeble?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
time to go. It's time to go.
I think so. Play that Arsenal football club. Yeah. It's time to go. Yeah. Double them. If Harry Himmelberg goes well this week, it is not too late to get him post buy. Agreed, double dummy. Agreed. I will probably be doing that. I can't. The round 15 buy is already hard enough as it is. I don't mind paying that little bit extra for him coming off his buy. I don't think money will be a problem. Still got some decent rookies on the bench who are making money. So guys like, Seamus Mitchell, you got still people like Humphrey, you got people you don't. But there are rookies that you can one up, one down to get to him fairly easily.
Yep.
Hippo's not even thinking about bench options at this point.
Yeah,
I know, man. I know. Yeah. I hear you. These guys are going to spend $360,000 for a bench player. I can't imagine this. I don't have the trades.
Big J and Swizz. I don't know what they're on, man. Can't even start thinking about that's like round 20 type stuff. I'm not. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Long way to go.
Tom in top 2K this week, bringing in Neil, Brayshaw, and DCAM, getting off Day, Shiesel, and Jay-Z. Thoughts? Mate, if you got the trades and you'll be able to have a full premium team by the end of the buys, then go for it. I don't know how many extra trades you'll have. I think if you have less than 3 trades, it's getting really dicey. If you can finish on 3 trades for the year with those moves, then sensational, I reckon.
Yep. I agree.
Dan is saying Windhager best 22 at Saints. They've been holding back until he's fit. Elite runner Ross loves him. Love to hear that, Dan. See, that's why I'm friends with you, man. You back me up. You back me up. All right, let's actually have a look to see. He's a Freo supporter. Now I haven't even been. The teams are out. Yeah, the teams are out. All right, let me just present. Share screen. Share. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty, here we go. Well, the teams are out. We already knew about the Swans and the Saints. Sheldrick, Amadi, the Amadi party. Dane Ramp is back. Warner sub. McAndrew drop. Parker suspended. We know who the sub will be. Windhager's back. We're talking about him. We like him. We like him a lot. Alrighty.
Like him a lot.
I can talk about myself in the Wii, all right? You're right. That's a fair shout. I like him a lot. Hey, no, me and Dan, Freo Tragic, we love him a lot. All righty. A lot of changes for the Bulldogs because Richards out will be huge. Love to see how that affects the team. Baker's been dropped. Oh, no. Baker, what are you doing, mate? He's been dropped. Okay. All right. Baker's got to go.
Cool. That makes life so much easier. Welcome back, Big J. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for dealing with the car stream. It's been fun. But Big J's
here. You, maybe. Travis Burke's
apparently you went on a jog as well.
Nah, it's a job, so.
Very nice. Yeah, so interesting. Oscar Baker's been dropped, Big J. So I got to trade him out now.
Well, I was planning on doing it this week anyway. So my plans have worked out all right for me so far.
He's been relegated to emergency, so he could be the sub.
They're playing O'Donnell over Baker. Oh, yep. There's something wrong over there.
Yep.
I reckon.
Well, I think they just have to give O'Donnell's the key back that they got at the start of the year. I think they've just got to keep playing him. They need to put time into someone who's not Alex Keith, so he's just going to get a game every year. Excuse me, every week.
You. Two massive games for Port. You reckon Port win this game?
Who did we tip? I think Port. I think I tipped Port.
Yeah, I tipped Port.
Tip for this game, for tonight. I'm going with the Saints. Strong bounce back, I reckon.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm going Swans.
Controversial.
Oh, mate. We have to talk 100%. Someone, Shawnee Baker. Correct, Sean. Matt, well done. We have to congratulate Lance Buddy Franklin, game number 350, one of the all-time greats of our game. A massive congratulations to Lance Franklin. Sensational. I would not be disappointed if your boys got up for you tonight. Is that a reason why you've tipped the Swans, God?
It's actually not. I actually forgot about that when I did my tips about an hour ago, and I just looked at SCG. Swans play really well there, and
They do.
Saints are in a really bad form. So I just thought, yeah, Swans get up, I reckon.
Without Parker. Interesting. I like it. Yeah, we're all going Port for this one. Hawks v Brisbane. Oh.
Yeah. Seamus Mitchell back in actually makes my life interesting because it was going to be my trade out target this week alongside Baker. But I'm like, he's got a juicy break even. It's only 24 or something. So can I potentially hold him a little bit longer is the question. My body says no, but my brain says yes. And I'm like, gets me a premium for this week. So a bit rough.
I had to trade him out last week because otherwise I only had 17 playing. So I had to get him out.
There was talk that Harry Sharp might come back this week, but obviously it hasn't happened. So
no, he's not even an emergency. Harry Sharp,
he's dead.
Very blunt. He's blunt.
Doesn't even matter this week.
He's dead. Will Day on the ball. You love to see that. Love to hear that.
Yeah, but every week he's on the ball, Joe.
Look, I gotta give myself some hope that I'm holding on to this freaking fake premium to come good. All right. Zorko suspended. What a flog. How this guy still gets games? Like honestly, he's. I hate Zorko. Kitty Coleman's been dropped. Gee, that's interesting. Very interesting. Tip for this one?
Hawthorn.
Wait, no cap?
No cap. I've tipped Hawthorn. And I'll give you my reasoning. The Lions don't win at the G. It's as simple as that.
That is so true. That is so true.
And that is the exact same reason why they will not win the grand final. Dude, I'm tipping the Hawks.
All righty. We're going different. We're going different this week. I love it. Yours, Big J?
I picked Brisbane. I think Brisbane's too good.
All right. Gee, again, I should not be surprised when it comes to West Coast that they always have an essay in their changes. Like I keep getting shocked every time. Darling back. That's big. Edwards back. Shuey back. Marriage is new. SPS is back. Gee, that's a lot of ins.
You got a few people, hey?
100%. Shannon Hearn injured as always. Hewitt demolished by Degoe. West injured. Duggan suspended. Rotham. None of these are really important. But this guy is going to be huge for us. I reckon he'll be really good.
Hopefully. I mean, that's what we were saying about Sincotta, though. So
True. Congrats to Shoal, 50th game. Tex, the Texan, the 250th. Congrats to the racist. I mean, the star player for the Adelaide. Congratulations, mates. Congratulations. Yeah. Thoughts? Adelaide, yeah? At home, surely?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Freo v Richmond. Sean Darcy's out. We knew that. O'Meara out. We knew that. Liam Henry. Congratulations, mate. Cumberland injured. Ralph Smith dropped. Vlosten is a pretty big in for them in the back line. He's a really key, important defender for him.
Ron keeps his spot. He's not injured like a few people were saying. Is the thing. Nat Fife's playing high half forward again. So, yeah, Brayshaw's in the middle. So.
Matthew Johnson on the ball. They'll love to see it. Come on, Matty Johnson. Play for us all throughout the buys. Make us lots and lots of money. I love it.
It's just another warm body. I don't mind if he gets a 40 every week, but at least it's 40. So
Nat Fife at half forward. Thoughts?
Don't care not picking him. Nah, I mean
it's silly.
Yeah. I don't think you should be picking him. I mean, I guess if you've got 15 trades left and you have about 3 upgrades to go, you could pick him. And it's not going to change anything really. But yeah, I wouldn't go near him.
True. Tip? Freo,
Freo.
yeah?
Freo.
Nice. Congratulations to Baker and Rioli for their 100th and 150th game, respectively. A lot of milestones this round. Jeez. Is that every game a milestone?
Milestone every week, Joe.
So a milestone for this game, no milestone for that game, and none for this one. 2 for here to make up for it. 2 here to make up for that one.
Yep.
All right.
Averaging one a game. And another one.
North beat Giants. Another milestone. Lockie Keefe, 100th game. Interesting. Fleeton is in. And Rouston. So the GWS rookies are back for all the people who are still holding on to their GWS rookies. So congratulations to you guys. Flynn is in. Oh. Yeah, Chessa's shit though. Let's be real. He's shitter for in my book.
Yeah, Flynn was meant to be in last week, wasn't he? And
Oh, wait.
No.
Yeah,
What happens is you're in. So if you don't get picked from extended bench, so if you don't get picked from the extended bench, you're considered out. And then when you get put back on the extended bench, the following week, then you're in. So he's still in. Like nothing's changed. He probably won't get picked, but he's still in the announced players for that week.
Yeah.
Correct. So there he is. Extended interchange. So all good. Excellent. Good news. This is Sunday game, so it is not the full list. Cunnington is back in. Drury could perhaps play.
Yeah, people in chat were talking about Jay-Z being on the bench. I'm like, someone's got to be on the bench. So I'm not worried.
This is extended, man. Extended.
Yeah.
Why?
They've
They've put Thomas a halfback here, according to this.
Right. Yeah. Team sheets can change though. Like it's not a huge deal.
True. But tip for this one? North, yeah?
I got to pick my boys. After last week, I think we're due for a win. We can't be the wooden spooners again, so I think we're due for a win. We're just building off what we kind of saw last week, so more and more and more, and then we'll see how it goes. It really just comes down to how efficient we are off the back line. I mean, I'm looking at our numbers there for the interchange, and I reckon Zeeble plays Zeeble, Tucker are the two, hopefully a Paul Curtis, and then like one more out of those. Who do you guys reckon will be the bench for the North game?
Zeeble, Cunnington,
Tucker's
Phoenix
been all
Spicer,
right. Tucker's
Paul.
decent.
I'll go. I think they confirmed Cunnington was playing. I think it was on the news or something, and Brett Ratton talked about it. So I think Cunnington, how you would have thought, how gets a game. Paul Curtis, I thought he played well last week, didn't he?
No, he didn't play.
He didn't play. It was the week before.
Yeah, he played so well that he wasn't even there. It was sensational.
Such a gun. Nah, probably I reckon Cunnington, Howe, Curtis, and Zeeble, I guess. I'm hoping Zeeble. Oh, actually, I'm hoping Zeeble's picked because everyone that held him suffers.
True that. With a super high break even. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Who's your tip, God? North or Giants?
Well, actually, I just got on my phone to check it because I wasn't sure.
Right.
I think Giants, but the fact that it's in Tassie does change it a bit.
It does.
And
I reckon North get up.
Both teams were only ended up a goal behind against Richmond and
in the
Essendon,
last
respectively.
At the death as well. At the death on Sunday.
Yep.
That was crazy. All right.
It'll be a close one.
All right. I have a vested interest in this game. All right. Got a few changes. Zach Fisher dropped. O'Brien dropped. Okay. Mitch McGovern's 100th. Laverde's 100th. I mean, this game, both teams have milestones. What is going on this week? Jeez. Toby the Peter's back. Let's go. Super excited. I did call Tex Wanganeen as a potential in. He killed it in the VFL. Nick Bryan, if we're going to, hopefully that means that we could be dropping Andrew Phillips, who has been doing really shit. Kelly's back, perhaps. He did really well. He was a class above in the VFL. So he could come in. I reckon Massimo's spot probably at risk, despite him kicking the match winner, either him or Hind. For Carlton, Kerno in, Martin in, Fogarty. Gee, a lot of changes. They know the pressure's on. They got to somehow flick a switch.
Yeah.
Who wins this game?
I'm pretty big on Zach Fisher. So
Yeah.
I actually think he's a very good player, just out of form because the whole team's out of form, really. So
Yeah.
hopefully, I'm hoping Cripps can show a bit of promise because at 480k, he's looking really good, to be honest.
He's so juicy. Oh
Carlton
my God.
can start winning again, it could be a nice pickup.
I think he's in for a big game this week. I mean, you had guys like Phillips who did really well in the contested possessions against Essendon last week. Not having Darcy Parish and Will Setterfield as the two contested ball winners in our engine room has got us really light in there. And if you're a contested player, guy, that's what happened after quarter time. North Melbourne were able to get on top in the contested possession and the clearances. So this could be a game that does suit Patrick Cripps a lot. It depends, I guess, how much we play, the package, Jake Stringer in there to sort of match up on him. But otherwise, it could be a big game for Cripps.
Yep.
Your tips?
Essendon.
Oh, I love to hear it. I'm not confident. I think Carlton win this game. They're under the pump so much.
You can't. There's an unspoken rule. You cannot tip against your team. It is a rule, and I'll stand by.
I do that all the time. As a North Melbourne supporter, I do that most weeks. I want to win my tips. I don't want to be the guy that picks his own team and then we lose the tips for that week. So,
I mean, if I was probably doing professional tipping, it'd be a bit different. But it's just like piss take tipping. So,
I'm objective though. I'm objective. I look at our strengths and our weaknesses. I look at Carlton's strengths and weaknesses, and they're just a good matchup for us. They're good in the clearance, in the contest, and then bomb the ball forward. They have a great forward line. Our back line's pretty small. They're going to have a lot of 1v1 situations, and we made players like Callum Coleman-Jones look like freaking peak Wayne Carey, just clunking marks left, right, and center. You know what I mean? So if CCJ is capable of giving us trouble, I don't like our chances against Harry Mackay and Kerno. So
yeah,
I think we're going to be relying on Harry Mackay being shit in front of the big sticks, I reckon, and just miss a lot of shots.
All right.
You don't have to rely on it. It's just a certainty anyway.
I have a question for chat. I'm looking at bringing in Oisin Mullen this week with the hope that he plays the next two. Can you tell me in chat if it's a good idea or bad idea? Let's go. Mullen this week, good or bad idea?
Nah, he's Oisin Mullen for a reason, bro. You literally said it yourself. He's not going to play.
He's in the mud, bro.
Yep.
I don't reckon he plays. I don't think there's any chance.
Yeah, I agree. I reckon he's donezo, man.
Maybe.
Go Marriage, yeah. That's probably a better pick, to be honest.
But he's got the bye round, though. That's the only problem.
Marriage does not have the bye round, no.
What bye round does he have?
Marriage is round 14.
Okay.
So we'll play this week. We'll miss next week. But he'll be playing round 15. Unless, of course, he's injured. So I reckon Marriage, as Hiswa says.
Okay.
It's a bad idea, man. Everyone's telling you bad idea, pass. What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
I need the one North Melbourne supporter to give me hope, and then I'll be all right. All right. Marriage it is.
I'm taking five instead of downgrading.
Marriage it is. Let's go.
Have the Collingwood teams haven't come out yet, have they?
Nah, you guys play on Monday, so you have. I mean, you saw what happened last time we played on a Monday, us versus you, it took freaking a gazillion years for that Monday team to come out.
Yeah.
That was Tuesday.
Yeah, that was Tuesday.
Oh,
That was worse because that game came out on like the Sunday or the Monday, I think.
Oh yeah, it was like Monday before the
I think it
teams
was the Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Tom's saying which DeLong player comes in for him though. Mullins there. Who's taking Mullins' spot?
Danger, Holmes,
Danger, Duncan.
Maybe. All right. Marriage it is. So I want to save some money for next week. I've got 635k and I need a midfielder. Who am I picking?
Brayshaw, Neil.
Yeah.
Neil.
Which one? Which one out of the two?
Neil.
Both of them.
Both of them. I can potentially pick both of them.
I think Neil, but yeah, I mean they both had pretty ordinary first halves, didn't they?
So wrong.
I can't.
Based off the fact that Neil has just the history of just being an M1 for a whole season, I think I have to go with him.
Yeah, fair enough. That is a very, very fair argument. The only thing I have against Sarong is Sarong's never done it for a full season before. You know, Sarong, he could have the Tom Greens about him where he peters out. He's unable to carry it out for a whole year. Being in under contested ball, it's not easy. It's takes a lot out of you. So I'd if you're going to pick a Freo player, I'd go with Brayshaw because Brayshaw's got more history to him. He's playing more outside. He's capable of some inside, but he's more proven, I reckon.
Yeah, the team's not looking too bad. 5 trades left, 1 spot to go. Projected at 22.15 this week. So,
wow. How'd you do that? What are your final trades?
I'll show you the team. Are we finished with this and I'll show you my team?
Yeah, I think we're done with this. All right, I'm going to remove this.
I'll do a thingy review, but maybe tomorrow I'll do it. We'll see how we go. But hopefully that works. Yeah, you guys can see that. 1 sec. Yeah, so that's the team for this week, everybody. This week I brought in Cameron, I brought in Brayshaw, and I brought in Marek as well. So yeah, not looking too bad. Briggs R2 is not great, but it's what it is. I've got Cameron to cover. Hopefully can keep up a solid average. Sean Darcy went this week, Mitchell went this week, and Baker went this week. So yeah, not doing too bad. One premium off. So currently you could say that this team is full primo if you wanted to be tricky, with Humphrey playing the position, but I don't think he's a primo. He's just a fantastic bench cover player. So eventually looking at getting rid of Ford and Johnson with some money in the bank to get my last premium player. So yeah. And then I'll have Weddle on the bench cover and then Humphrey on the bench cover. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys reckon. It's not too bad. Running with 54k at the moment and 5 trades. So go down to 3 trades, and I still have Sheasel and Zeeble, which isn't great. I know. If I could swap out one of those guys in a 3-way trade and end up with 2 trades left, I probably would really consider doing that. But we'll just have to wait and see who's available. Yeah. Not too bad. What do you reckon, Joe?
I'm still messing around my team. Yeah, it's looking good. Yeah,
you hope he
plays. Yeah, you hope he plays.
I've got like more than 22 playing. So yeah. Well, no, Dunks and Taranto. So one of these guys will end up in the forward line for Humphrey. And then it's just a case of cover. So I think I just have Dunkley on the bench. I've got too many guys with mid-forward DPP, so either Dunkley or Taranto to the F6 position, and then just looking at picking up a cheaper midfielder. So we'll see who's available around at that price. If Oliver or Petrarca kind of comes in and says, I have to be picked, I can always offload a Humphrey to him for pretty cheap, but I really don't want to do that if I can avoid it. Yeah.
100%.
Just an idea for this week. I could be really ballsy and go down to one trade and be happy and just go Sheasel out, Zeeble out, Humphrey and Weddle, and then go Blammo, bring in 3 keepers. That'd be kind of cool.
Blammo.
Let's do it.
He's blamming. Fair enough. If
Yeah.
Mills, Mills is always that handy backup option in your back pocket, right?
There's a couple there, but like Taranto's averaging 117, right? He's averaging more than Merritt. Like, yes, he's great, but as some form of cover, it could be a lot worse. I'd love a Sicily in the position. I just can't afford him at the moment. And as you know from the team reviews and everything else, my starting team was not great. I spent a lot of trades to get my team to a decent position. And then a couple of dead rookies on the bench haven't helped either. Joe, I got excited. Yes. I thought Constable was an emergency, but he's just got the buy round. So, can't help that. Yeah.
You got sucked in, bro, as if you're imagining.
I was like, emergency, let's go. But no.
As if you imagine a situation where Constable is even remotely close to being
projected 22-15 this week projected. So I'll do what Joe's saying. Check out Marshall as vice captain, and then not sure who I'd put at captain this week. Who's playing?
I actually think Dacos is a really good option.
Maybe a Dacos.
He played really well against the D's last year.
You could pick one of the Adelaide boys if you were tricking. You know, if you didn't want to go a Marshall, one of the Adelaide boys as a vice captain would be fantastic, and then maybe Petrarca or a Dacos as a captain. So, yeah, it's really tough. Like missing out. I know a lot of people missed out on Petrarca because we just don't own him, but people who went Petrarca just had such a big advantage over everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, Dacos got a 112 and a 129 in both games against Melbourne last year.
Yeah. I mean, 129 is a lot better, obviously, but 100%.
Cool.
Oh, we've got like 20 minutes and then the game starts. Far out. Yeah. Today's a bit of a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But I might just, I got something on, so I might just leave. Thank you so much, Supercoach God, for coming on. I don't know if you guys are going to keep going on for a bit longer. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to Supercoach God, honestly, do yourselves and him a favor and head on over to his channel. We're going to try and get this guy up to 1,000 subs, please. Okay, guys? 1,000. He's at 581.
Before Hippo.
Okay, I haven't said that. He said that. I love both of you guys. I actually message Hippo more than I message you, God. So I might be Team Hippo here. But this is the channel, guys. You gotta go sub to him. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks, Dan. Love you, boys. Enjoy the rest of the stream, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
No worries.
Anytime. See you guys.
Let's kind of go over a little bit. I always like to do this during the week. We didn't really do it. We did it on Monday. We did it on Monday. Just kind of go over like the news of the week and give a bit of an opinion. Hopefully, the people haven't left us in the chat at the moment. A couple of you have, but the rest haven't, which is fantastic. So, talking about kind of the things that have affected us this week. Let's kind of go down the list. Yeah. So here's one here. Ryan Marrick. I saw today, right? He has played in so many teams in the last 6 months. It is ridiculous. It's a bit like Caminiti. Remember at the start of the year?
Yep.
You know, in February, like a day before February, he was working in the cafe. The next day, he's off playing professional football. Let me read you the teams that Marrick has played. Marrick has played
in a pizza shop.
Yep. Has played for Gippsland Power. Played for the Young Guns, played for Vic Country, played for Box Hill Hawks, played for the Eagles Waffle, and now he plays for West Coast in 6 months. I know a lot of that is just the move to WA, but mate, it is pretty tough. Bit of a whirlwind, right? Especially at like 18, 19.
Yep. Next thing you know, he's getting traded to some, like at the Gold Coast or something.
He probably goes back home because he doesn't like what's happening. For the fans watching, right? I know you do a lot of your let's go and trade this player. Who do we bring in type videos? What's kind of your plans if we don't get a lot of MSD players coming out in the next couple of weeks? Because a lot of us are looking for that last player to downgrade to, last one or two.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't get many, do you try just complete a team with, I don't know, getting in dead rooks and trusting that the rookies you have are going to be enough? Or do you have to wait it out just a little to try and get those upgrades, or even pick like a 250k player that you think can make a quick 100k just in order to make that final upgrade? There's, I don't know, it's quite a thought process when you think about it. I think Marich might end up being a must-have, even if he's going at 50s.
Yeah. Just as cover, you mean?
Yeah. Well, even cover, or if you're struggling to get that last upgrade, and hopefully like he just gets up to like, I don't know, 220k, like a Sincotta, and you can just it can help with that last upgrade from going to, I don't know, a Pendles to a Brayshaw, for example.
Yep. Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? I wonder if a lot of people are going to have, like, instead of having, you might have $1 million, instead of having to bring in a premium and then go somewhere else, they might have to go for two guys that are 500k or two guys that are a little bit cheaper, kind of thing. It's a real conundrum at the moment, because we talked about it. I know we talked about it a little bit today on the stream, but just there wasn't many teams picking players, and GWS had 2 spots in the mid-season draft to pick no one. And they've got so many holes in their team. So I just don't understand, man. It's a bit crazy.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
Do you want? I can bring up my team if you want.
Sure. Let's go through it.
We can talk about that. Let me just present.
Does it work for you?
Yeah. That good?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is my team. All optimized.
Maybe zoom in. Maybe zoom in for us.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, there you go. Cool.
So there you go. So I got, if we just chuck all what I need left, really. Well, I was projected 2,198. So I only need 2 midfielders left.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the struggle. I mean, the midfielders are the highest priced players, right? So,
but with Van Ruin scoring up big, with Ford doing okay as well.
Yeah, it's not too bad of a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what the team looks like.
Do you have enough cash to be able to afford it? Obviously, Will Day's probably going to go, right? You're not going to keep Will Day, or you're going to keep him?
I think I'm going to have to keep him. Hope he comes good.
Yep.
8 trades left, 2 upgrades, 29k in the bank, and I've got Atkins, Van Ruin, Johnson, and Ford, really, that are making money. That's it. Sincotta might make another 20k. But yeah.
It's a tough one, man. At least you're in a position where over the next 2 weeks you can offload 6 players and finish your team. You know what I mean? Like exactly. you can really do that. Even if you just go Atkins and Humphrey. So not Atkins and Humphrey, Atkins and Van Ruin and someone else when they're up to their buys. Like feasibly you can do it. It's not the best thing ever, but feasibly you can do it. It's a lot better positions than some people. Joe's in a real struggle. And having Tim English at this point as well is bloody fantastic. I love me Tim English. He's so cheap. I wish I had got him last week almost. Just be like Sean Darcy to Tim English. No worries, and then just be happy. But the Briggs was too good, man. The fact that pick worked out, I was so happy.
Yeah.
So what were you thinking for next week?
Next week? I'm not 100% sure yet. I've looked at a few players. Like I'll look at a Sarong or even maybe a little cheaper option. I mean, if we go into players. You got maybe a Lipper. Oh, I can't go Lipper. He's got the bad bye, but probably players that either got the bye this week or last week. You probably have to get in. And what you got, Rao? I think he's a bit too expensive.
Yeah. It was like 500K you'd be last.
Anderson's probably not it. Yeah, not sure really. There's so many good midfielders that have. I think it's really just Sarong that I really have confidence in getting. Because all the really good midfielders have got the round 14, 15 buys. So
yeah, it's a real sucky year. Like I wish the good players had the round 12 buy. Obviously,
Yeah, exactly.
They don't care about it when like an AFL starts and whatever. We don't know which players are going to be good or bad, but always seems to happen. There's always one bad buy, even though only 6 teams play. Like 6 teams have the week off. All the good midfielders are from those 6 teams, or as we found out this year, the good midfielders plus the good forwards and a couple of the good defenders all have that round 15 bye. So it's a real pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Really, really.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a real struggle. I mean, if you don't have a Goulden or a Brayshaw, I mean, they're easy. They're players you should be getting in, I think, over the next couple of weeks. But I seem to just have all the mid premiums that have, apart from Sarong, that have played, that have had the bye or have the bye this week. So yeah, it's a bit of a struggle, but we'll get through it. There might be a chance I literally cannot upgrade next week, and I just have to get rid of a straight swap a rookie or something. Downgrade.
You might get stuck in a position where it's just a downgrade that week and not bring a premium in, which is fine for the amount of trades that you've got. There might just be a rookie, like if Mullen plays or something like that. You're like, hey, I don't like Atkins. Mullen's playing. Let's see if we can do a DPP swap or bring in the defender kind of thing for a Johnson or a Davey or someone. So, and I think there's options, but it's not fantastic. Yeah,
I think that's most likely. So you got Marriott in the forward line. I could easily just swap Atkins, Constable, get Atkins out, put Davey in the midfield, and then do it from there. But
for a team like yours, I would almost say I'd hope, and I've said it before today, but I'd hope to have some good bench cover. Someone who can play, that you're happy to play if a defender is out, or if a forward is out, or if a midfield is out. I know a few people had like Stephen May on their bench last year, or Harry Himmelberg, or someone like that, who could cover a position just in case. Because, you might have the best midfield, like, yours is looking decent, but having someone who's there who can't DPP swap between positions could really hurt sometimes.
Yeah, I think I'm on the lower side of midfields. I mean, if you think about it, Dunkley and Rozier going in the forward line at some point.
Yeah.
It's only for this week because of the bye that they're there. And my second best midfielder is Merritt.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping maybe Sarong next week if I can do it. If not, I'll probably try get probably save for a Clayton Oliver after round 15, maybe like round 17 or something. I might have to wait that long, or even get in a Sarong and a Libba after his bye, and just settle for that midfield. But yeah.
I guess the benefit is like you've got someone like a Will Day, so if someone comes around, if you're a bit cheeky and you want to go, Himmelberg busts his guts and does fantastic against North Melbourne, you could even say, okay, I've got him. I'm going to go and grab a forward. Is there any good forward? Let me see if I can trade someone in my team. Just looking for a forward defender rookie who's cheap that you could use as like swing cover. If you had a Himmelberg in the defense, you could run this type of player. Forward defender, and then just not care about it. Oscar Riccardi, you could play in that position. That'd be all right. Who else? Tyrrell Dwyer. I'm not sure who he is. He could play in that position. There's a couple that you could just use as a swingman for a Sheasel or a Zeeble or even Harry Himmelberg. Run him on your bench. Say, okay, he's good for a 90 or an 80. No worries. Picking up at 300K, there's my bench cover for the year in 2 out of the 3 positions on field. So it definitely works out for you. We have the potential now to do another 6 trades. You have 8 currently. How many trades are you happy to go to by the end of the buys? Like when your team's completed, what are you comfortable with? The amount of trades left?
3 max.
Okay. So we have to try and plan your team with 5 trades left.
Yep.
Yeah. Which
it's definitely, I think it's definitely doable.
Yep. It means that Van Ruin and Atkins are gone. Like it just means that. Like those 2 are just done.
They got to go.
You've got to work out who the other 2 players are. So who the other 3 players are that you're going to offload. So a Chicotta probably goes. A Johnson probably goes. And then potentially someone else. So
and then, maybe Marich can make a bit of money. I mean, but then
fix your VC.
Probably going to end up being like round 16.
Anthony says, fix your VC. Don't put
Marshall's. So Marshall's VC. Don't get this. I just clicked
team before.
I just clicked optimize
before the game's done.
Thanks. Yeah, damn the game. When does the game start?
Good job, Anthony. Yeah, we might finish up here, guys. Have a think about who you want to trade because you have the potential to go 1 up, 1 down, and even sneak in like a Will Day or a Pendlebury if you're not happy with those type of players. So could definitely work out well for you. If you had another 300K player, you could almost go Atkins and Van Ruin and then grab like a Keys or a Himmelberg as well. So it could work out. All right, guys. We're going to do something a bit different next Monday because it's a late night Monday game. We're going to put our fan cams with our team, with our week review video as well. So jump on Monday night, jump on the live stream. Super Coach God's going to be there. He told me we're going to see. But jump in and you guys can let us know how your week's gone. Rant and rave about the footy, talk about life, whatever you want. All right.
See you on Monday, might be a little late because I'm at the Pies game, so
that's fine. It'll probably be a bit later anyway, depending on how the game goes. So maybe like 7:30 stream. Jump on after that if you want.
Yep.
All right, guys. See you on Monday. Have a great week as Super Coach and go Roos.
Of the Pies. See ya.